Yep, we're still doing this commentary on Disney versus non-Disney villains part 2, round 15, and starting at part 2. Yeah, I really need to get this whole thing finished so that way I can finally focus on commentating the other series, and hopefully to commentate on the prequel rounds. So, let's get this going. So, we start off with the prologue. We see Mumm-Ra is admonished Slythe for his failures. It kind of means like warn or something like warn or permit someone. I'll leave you guys the definition or the meaning to that. It's basically a warning in order to recidify or avoid something. Basically like, hey, I'm gonna warn you this so that way you don't get hurt, okay? Or that way I don't have to punish you, so keep that in mind, dude. With some voice acting.
Summoned me, Lord Mumm-Ra.
Your pathetic attempts to locate Mirage.
Man-Wu is voicing Mumm-Ra. And it sounds like Cobra's commander's voice acting. For some reason. I mean, the way with Man-Wu sounds like voicing Cobra Commander, now he's doing it on Mumm-Ra for some reason.
Displease me, Slythe.
But how can
And Slythe is voiced by 73 Windman.
we be expected to fight one as powerful as you, my lord? My men won't sacrifice their lives because you fear your old enemy.
Perhaps you are not satisfied with your position. Remember, everything I have given you, I can take away.
Yeesh.
Give my impotence.
Fortunately, your pathetic efforts will no longer be required. A mutual enemy has revealed her hiding place to me.
And it's Shere Khan who somehow survived and is out of the... Well, I guess Mumm-Ra got him out and maybe he got him to betray them. Not only did Shere Khan betray both Mumm-Ra and Zira. No, wait, let me try this again. Not only did Shere Khan betray both Mirage and Zira, but he also reveals their location, which technically he is betraying them.
Tiger, how do you know he can be trusted?
Judging me, bro?
You shall lead your lizards against Mirage's allies, Slythe, while I enter the spirit realm to destroy her myself.
Spirit realm.
Oh, so now we're gonna get a fight in the spirit realm. Now this should be interesting.
Why not simply destroy her in person?
Mirage imprisoned me once before. In the spirit realm, her
Sounds like something staticky.
powers will be vulnerable. Now go, Slythe. Ready your armies. It is time to bring this conflict to an end.
Now we're gonna have a final battle between Mirage and Mumm-Ra. You know, for the whole final conflict thing. Then we see Zira and Mirage, yeah, are gonna enter the spirit realm. Because they have the same idea as Mumm-Ra has, of course. But they're unaware that they're being watched by this Raven. And then we see all of Shen Yu's... There's Shen Yu, Mozenrath, and Yzma discussing what's their next target. Yeesh. Well, then Shen Yu thought he'd, leaves them in charge of China while he's going out somewhere.
How many men does it take to deliver a message?
And then we see back at Xanatos base. Also, I kind of forgot to mention the part when I did round 15 part 1/3. I forgot to mention that in round 14, in part 3 of round 14, that Karai, Shredder, and Crane did team up with Xanatos, tells them all about it. I'm sorry for being such a ding dong. I forgot to tell you, mention you guys that. Doopity doop. Okay, back at the Xanatos' headquarters, See, Dr. Mindbender and Karai are... Well, here's the voice acting so you guys get it.
Looks like Santos is gonna make a full recovery. He was electrocuted pretty bad and will have a hell of a headache tomorrow morning, but he'll live to trim his goatee another day. Plus, with CC pushing up daisies, maybe he'll give me a job around here.
Huh. So Dr. Mindbender wants to work with Xanatos now, huh? Well, I can see why, since Cobra Commander is, believed to be dead.
Hey, I'm sorry about your father and stuff.
That's kind of me in these kinds of situations. Whenever someone's like passing or someone got hurt, I probably do that. Like, hey, I'm sorry about what happened to your friend or your relative and stuff, I really am sorry. That's kind of me in a nutshell right there. I mean, I think we all kind of do that, don't we?
I was
Not a joke, but just be real.
no daughter to him. I was a tool, a pawn in his mad plan.
So Utrum Shredder never cared for Karai? Thought he had some sympathy with her. Or maybe Karai just kind of feels that way.
Right.
I digress.
And why is Karai wearing a red dress?
Is now a good time for the DNA scan on the new shredder.
I mean, why is Karai dressed like that? Is she just dressed for the occasion, or is she just trying to seduce Dr. Mindbender? Awkward.
Way ahead of ya. It's about halfway processed now, and I'm a bit confused as to why you want it.
To make sure this shredder is human and not an alien before it's too late.
Wants to make sure that the Shredder, the 1980, the original Shredder, the one who's partnered with Crane throughout the original TMNT cartoon, to make sure he's not, an alien.
I guess you can never be too careful.
Well,
Yeah, true.
is he what he seems?
Well, he is human, but his DNA matches that of somebody else I know.
What do you mean?
Interesting we're stopping the music. Well, I guess not only did we find out that Shredder is human, we find out there's something else.
I mean, just compare your DNA patterns to his. They're way too similar to not be related.
You mean...
Yep. Say hello to Daddy Shredder.
So, the Shredder is the real father of Karai. So, Karai was the adopted daughter to the Utrum Shredder, but then we realized that the Shredder is Karai's real dad? From the words of this scene from Bob's show, how convenient. I think that one was from Monty Python, isn't it? Or was it from a different show? I just need to check. So I'm going to say this again. How convenient. Or this one. What a twist. Interesting that this Shredder is actually Karai's biological father. The birth father. Okay, now for the next one is the battle of... The second battle of China. Well, I do like this theme, actually. What's the name of that music? It's actually pretty catchy. I know that was used in Disney Heroes vs. Villains. So, Skeleton King and his forces decided to launch an attack on China, while China was still recovering from the Fire Nation attack. Oh boy. And then they get attacked by Shan Yu's forces, Megavolt and Saluk. And we'll see the others soon. They managed to beat down that thing. And of course, oh yeah, Vlad is still in part of Skeleton King's team. Ramrod just, I am a cool, just managed to take down those ghostly vultures. Here's one thing about Skeleton King. He is on the non-Disney side, of course. And in Disney vs. Anime Villains, he is on the anime side. But when you look at the other series, like in Disney Villains War 3 and Disney Heroes vs. Villains 2, Skeleton King has just been considered a Disney villain. I'm like, wait, what? Okay. In Disney vs. non-Disney villains, Skeleton King is considered non-Disney villain. And in Disney vs. anime villains, he's considered an anime villain. Which technically he's not really anime, he's just a cartoon villain. And now in Disney Villains War and Disney Heroes vs. Villains, he's a Disney villain? Along with Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go, considered Disney? I'm like, make up your mind, people! Is Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go Disney or not? I need to know! Stop trying to confuse people! Just pick one! I'm just saying. I managed to beat down Jack Spicer with his, boing! Zapped him from his finger. Like, why, you little... Throws a giant bomb at him. Actually, I think it was a skull bomb. It kind of was. I mean, his skulls are technically bombs for some reason. Well, that scares him a bit. Hey, let me go. Okay. Huh. And Yzma and Krung just showed up with their cloaks. Hold on.
Why are we wearing the cloaks again?
We're all mysterious.
Okay, even though I flipping hate the Emperor's New School, I'll admit that part was kind of funny. Well, that was a short bit of a conflict. And we seem to kill off Mojo Jojo. I think that's what happened. Yeesh, that was dark. I think that's Vanilla, which is a weird name, or Vanille. Fighting against the Hunts clan. Oh, now there's Mim. And she kills that woman already. And funny enough, that character's name Mandarin. Which is odd, because there's a Marvel villain that is named Mandarin. I even learned something that the show Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go and Skeleton King are one of the things that no one actually cares for. Well, what I get from Chunaball 1595 or whatever, when Delamon keeps on suggesting forcefully every time, and then he tells them straight through Delamon's thick head, he's like, listen, no one is interested in Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. No one is interested in Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. Now stop trying to force me to put it in my Kingdom Hearts Unlimited wiki. It kind of what happened in the past, from what I got.
Ethically human, as I expected.
Gee, that was dark. Rose, who was known as the Huntsgirl, just chopped off his own arm, his left arm, with her arrow. Now he's gonna drown. Now it's Skeleton King's turn. Just to have a fight. And of course, they're still at each other's throats, of course. Okay, really, like, I will catch this evil skeleton overlord with a net. It's kind of weird, don't you think? And, okay, that's kind of graphic. The huntsman just grabbed him by the heart. That gotta hurt. I'd be in pain too. And the huntsman just kills the Skeleton King, and he's fallen to his doom. And he's gone. I think I'm going to stop right here, so see you guys in the next part of this commentary.